Democrats did turn out, however. Well, they didn't turn out in Wisconsin. They didn't turn out in North Carolina, but guess where they did turn out? Democrats turned out big time in West Virginia in the presidential primary to vote for an inmate, a federal prisoner, the Boyd Crowder of West Virginia. Federal inmate 11593-051 is a picture of the guy. Let me see if it's still up. Let me check real quick. Yep. Picture of the guy on Drudge. Picture of inmate 11593-051. This is the guy that gave Obama a run for his money in West Virginia. Now, ask yourself this, folks. Why would Democrats in West Virginia vote for a federal inmate as opposed to a president, sitting president of their own party? Maybe it is something very simple, very common sense, and very explainable. Maybe it is the people of West Virginia realize that Barack Obama poses the biggest threat to their livelihood of anybody on the ballot this time around, with his attacks on the coal industry, with his attacks on the oil industry, with his attacks on natural gas, with his attacks on conventional energy, with his promotion of green energy, shutting down all these jobs that exist in West Virginia. And even now, the media, as we're doing, I will admit too, but the media looking at the results yesterday, what will be the effect on Obama? How about can once we look at what will the effect be on the country? Because that's what the people voting are voting on. Yes, it's Obama that's getting them out. There wasn't a singular Republican leader on a ballot yesterday. You had Murdoch in Indiana, Scott Walker attracting votes, but there wasn't a presidential candidate on the ballot yesterday. There were ideas. Ideas were on ballots yesterday. Ideas are what trumped. And it was conservative ideas that skunked socialist utopianism yesterday. So the Democrats don't turn out in North Carolina. They don't turn out in Wisconsin, but they do turn out in the Democrat primary in Wisconsin. And in 8, maybe more counties, they beat Obama with a federal inmate. If I didn't know better, I would say there is a war on Obama being waged by the Democrats. Certainly looks that way to me. Looks to me like Democrats in West Virginia want jobs. It would appear to me that Democrats in West Virginia want lower gasoline prices. They want higher home values. They want more disposable income. They don't want people telling them what kind of light bulb they have to buy. They don't want a bunch of nameless bureaucracies running around talking about crucifying energy executives. But you see, the Democrats in West Virginia figured out their president put a moratorium on drilling for oil in the Gulf and refused to okay the Keystone Pipeline. He spent $1 trillion on non-existent shovel-ready jobs. He ran up $5 trillion in new debt in 3.5 years, yet Americans are fleeing the job market due to utter frustration. There is no improvement in the job market. There's no economic growth. There's no reason to reelect the guy. And Democrats in at least 8 counties in West Virginia said we'd rather have an inmate from a federal prison than Barack Obama. Now, they don't really mean that, but it's a protest vote. Oh, and there's the Occupy Wall Street riots. Yeah, these are things supposed to coalesce the vote for Obama. That's what the media tells us. It's another reason all these people from wherever party showed up and voted the way they did yesterday. I firmly believe this. I think an incalculable number of Americans, a vast majority, are also voting against the media. I think they've had it. I think they've had it with the obvious lies, not just bias, but the insults to their intelligence. With the daily reporting of Obama and the economy as though this is just normal standard fare. Democrats run it for 4 years, then Republicans. No, people realize we've not had to deal with things like this, but this is not how things happen in this country. It's no wonder the Democrats are the ones that are so angry, isn't it? It's interesting and amazing to watch. Here